Hi, it's Kare, and I am so glad to be able to share with you some more information about my micronized purple rice. You know, this truly is the most powerful superfood that you could put in your body. It has done so much for so many. If you haven't tried it yet, please take a minute and listen to this because I've been in natural healing for almost 50 years, and this has saved my husband's life and transformed mine and so many others. Hi, Judy and Jane and Ruth. Glad to have you join us. Today, I really want to explain the basics of it because I know there's a whole bunch of people. You know, in this group of 30,000, there's 10,000 that aren't eating it. 20,000 of you are. Hi, Sandy. So I just wanted to say, you know, the basis of this, but at the same time, I want to answer, I've gotten a lot of questions, and I want to answer all those questions, but people have been sharing their stories. Hi, Joy. Hi, Jenna. And their stories are just amazing. Maria, for example, I talked to her on the phone the other day when she was ordering, and I asked her if she would post her story because she told me from the first day that she started eating the micronized purple rice, her eyesight got better. And we're talking about glaucoma. She started, well, this is what she said. She says, I have long-standing glaucoma diagnosed when I was 39, and because of steroid use for asthma, it has damaged her eyes. And she sees better, and it has not changed at all. In fact, it's gotten better since she's been eating the micronized purple rice. But she also posted, what she didn't expect was the difference in her lipid profile after her last physical. She said her doctor thought it was spectacular. Her cholesterol went from 217 to 183, triglycerides from 90 to 74. HDL was always good, but the bad went from 125 to 95. And she's celebrating her 74th birthday next week. So happy birthday, Maria, and that's awesome. It just warms my heart to hear stories like this. You know, this is a food, this is what food is supposed to do in our bodies. It is a rare form of purple rice. Only place on the planet that you can get this. Seriously, it's grown in northern Thailand in soils that have never had chemicals or pesticides or GMOs. But then they just take out the nutrients. And it takes nearly 100 pounds of rice to get just 1 pound of nutrients. And that's all you're getting in this product, this beautiful purple powder. It's just the nutrients. Hi, Robbie. Hi, Michelle. So 1 pound of nutrients from 100 pounds of rice. So it's really powerful. And it's micronized. It's milled to the size of a micron, which is 1,000 times smaller than any of the food that you eat in terms of their micron size. So this is absorbed immediately right through the gums, cheeks, throat, esophagus, stomach. It doesn't even have to go any further than that. By the time it gets to your stomach, it's already in and working. And the problem is that with most people, I mean, you can eat the best diet, you can take the best supplements, most of it doesn't get in to fuel your cells. This gets right through the cell membrane, right into the mitochondria, which are the cellular batteries, and it allows them to create energy, HTP. And that energy is what fuels you and makes everything run. So here's the source of fuel to make your cells function the way they're meant to, and to actually have you anti-age. I just turned 71 last month, and I feel terrific, and I look younger than I did before I even started this. So it's a good thing. It's a really good thing. So there were so many posts this morning. I hope you've been scrolling through the group, Kare's Purple Rice Eaters, and see all that's been going on today. Bonnie asked, does this rice help with depression? And I said, yeah. And then we got all sorts of comments. Let me read this. And remember what it's doing. It's fueling the cells so that the cells have more energy to function the way they're meant to. And also energy to clean out the old toxins, metabolic wastes, inflammation, glycated sugars, heavy metals, parasites, critters, all of that. So, does it help with depression? Rin said, it was an unexpected benefit for me. I started taking it because of a broken wrist in my 60s. My doctors were amazed at how quickly that healed, but I was pleasantly surprised when it brought my blood pressure down. I'm on somewhat of a low fixed budget, and I will do whatever it takes to make sure Kare's Micronized Purple Rice is always available to me. So many people do say that same thing. This is what's going to make us keep feeling better and better and better, instead of worse and worse and worse, the way most people are. Because it's food, and it gets in, and it fuels the cells. Hi, Faye. Thank you so much. Hi, Michelle. So another response to Bonnie's was from Mary. Mary said, I started taking it for no other reason. It lifted my spirits enough that the emotional stress that I was under at work simply ceased to get under my skin. Doesn't happen overnight, but take it faithfully, and it will happen for you too, I'm sure. I love how people counsel each other in this Facebook group. But the one that I actually took out and posted separately, Teresa's been eating this for a while, and she commented to Bonnie. She says, yes, I was suffering from grief at something that just broke my heart into pieces, and I wasn't eating. I slept a lot. And then I came across a post about Kare's Purple Rice, and I'm so skeptical, I kept reading testimonial after testimonial after testimonial, and nothing was ever posted that was bad. Nothing. So I decided to help myself. Thank God for Kare and her wonderful specials. I bought it, and within a month, I felt so much lifted from me. And after a few months, I had no longer had to take my potent antidepressant. And another thing the rice did for me was nothing short of a miracle, along with the prayer. I was hit by a car walking over 30 years ago and had brain trauma, and it caused severe panic attacks that were crippling. My doctor wanted to wean me off of the med that I was taking last year onto something safer, and I was scared to death to have another panic attack. What a blessing. She went off of it, and she never had another panic attack. And she said her little fingers were also swelling from arthritis, and one day she noticed no more ache, no more swelling. The anxiety is better, I'm calm, and here's given advice. I can only say give it a try, but give it time. We're all different. I've decided to eat better, trying to stop smoking and lose weight now that I've overcome my biggest hurdles. I believe my prayers were answered when I came across this post. Well, maybe your prayers are being answered because you're coming across this video or this post. Hi, Tanya. So, I love it when people post their stories. It's one thing to hear it from me, but to hear it from people who just share their heart about how transformational this product has been for them just makes me so happy. I started this 5 years ago, and people are going, oh my gosh, it's you answering the phone. Yes, I want to talk to you. I want to explain it to you. I want to make sure you really understand this so you eat it long enough to get the results that we're all getting. Let me show it to you, by the way. I showed it to you, but let me show you how I take it. for those of you who haven't started this yet or are brand new. I put it in a little container. Even though the bottle says just mix it in a big glass of water, don't do that. It looks like it's mixed, but you start drinking the water and it's so tiny, those little molecules will just go right to the bottom, slip right between the water molecules. So what I do is I put that's about an ounce of water, and I take, most people will eat 3 heaping teaspoons a day. And it's easy to divide that between morning and evening. So I do 1.5 heaping teaspoons or more in the morning. I put it in my little container. I shake it vigorously to get it all mixed up. It's very electrical, so they will stick together. They want to stick together. And some people just eat it like a little porridge, don't put a lot of water, but I like it. I like to drink it. There's almost no taste, just this beautiful purple color. Cheers. Okay, I didn't get it all down, so wait. That's really good. I just love the taste of it. So I do that first thing in the morning to fuel my day. I do it right before I go to bed, because your body heals when you're sleeping. And if you give it everything that you need, you'll sleep sounder and deeper and get into that healing space and get faster results. So yeah, Karen just asked, does this help with nerve damage? My sciatica was pinched off for over a year and now it's damaged. It does. I used to be a skater and a gymnast, and I used to have sciatic nerve pain all the time, and it reduced it to almost nothing. But let me just say one other thing, Karen, because in my special for June, I have the best pricing I've ever had. You can buy 6 bottles for $39 a bottle. And with that, I'll give you a set of pain patches. And the pain patches are energy medicine. They're embedded with over 200 different frequencies for pain and inflammation. And you put that on, and within 15 minutes, the pain is gone, honestly, even with sciatic nerve pain. And you leave them on for 24 hours. So that's the quick fix. And then the real fix, the long-term fix, is the micronized purple rice. Hi, Georgia, and hi, Julie. Julie's saying, what if I have a jar for a couple of years? You know, the FDA requires that you put a expiration date. I have seen bottles 5 years old that haven't been opened, that I opened, and I don't see or taste any difference. It's not going to spoil. So that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, Kim wanted to know how this works for dogs. This is the best food you can possibly feed to your furry family. Bonnie responded to that. Bonnie's a chiropractor. She said, my 7-pound Yorkie's cataracts disappeared after starting the micronized purple rice. It was only a few months. And we've got so many testimonials about pets. I mean, I feed my 2 golden doodles and my cats and my chickens. This is just the most powerful food in a form that everybody can use. Anybody. I mean, it's absolutely the perfect food. So, let me see, whatever. Beth wanted to know, how many pills do you take a day? So I told you that it comes in powder, but this also comes in capsule form. They did that for my husband, because when we first started eating this, he didn't like the powder, because we were putting in a big glass of water. He doesn't like to drink a lot of water, and he'd get to the bottom and I'd go, oh gosh, It's all in the bottom. I have to give you more water. And he said, no. So the company actually started creating the capsules for Charles, which, by the way, I'm going to tell you his story in a minute before these messages go by. How do you give it to your pets? And how much do you give? Okay, that's Faye and Julie. A quarter of a teaspoon of powder for every 20 pounds of pet. I mean, you don't have to really measure this out. It's food. You can't overdo it. You can always give them more, especially if they're in some sort of distress or have some sort of ailment going on. But, you know, quarter pound for every 20 pounds of dog. I don't measure it anymore. I just take a little scoop and sprinkle it on top of the dog food. And then I usually mix it in. Do the same thing with my cats and my chickens. So, yeah. And the same thing with people. If you are, somebody, I forget who it was, just said they broke their wrist. And I said, take more. Because your body's dealing with a whole nother major level of healing that it has to go through. Or if you're in chemotherapy, or, you know, if there's something real serious going on, eat more. Let me tell you about my husband, because that'll emphasize this. 5 years ago, he was dying. He was in liver and kidney failure, blood sugar through the roof. He had a malignant tumor on his kidney the size of a grapefruit, and they couldn't operate because his heart was too bad. We were doing everything right. I've been in natural healing almost 50 years. We were eating well. We were doing tons of really great supplements and energy medicine, and nothing was helping. He was dying. He was sent home to get his affairs in order. And a friend came over, shared this with us, and said, oh my God, you got to get him on Micronized Purple Rice. And I just laughed at her, like, are you kidding me? You think rice is going to fix this? And she told me that she had given it to her mother, who had leukemia and dementia, and that she was now symptom-free. And I checked with her last week. Her mother's still symptom-free. That was 5 years ago for her, too. So it works. It works. And so by the 3rd week of Charles eating this, his skin tone went from yellow-gray to pink. He started peeing again and feeling better. It was miraculous, I thought. By the 3rd month, his blood sugar was normal. I mean, he's been diabetic for 35 years, so, and he was 73 at the time. I never thought we'd see normal blood sugar. But it brought it down to normal. And by the 8th month, that tumor had shrunken to the size of like a walnut. And the doctor said that he was healthy enough to have the surgery. And when they took that out, they found there were no living cells left in it. I've never seen that before. Now, with me, it was a little bit different, because people always ask, how long does it take till you see a difference? So with him, it was 3 weeks, and it was major. With me, not so much. I remember the first time I took it, and I meditated with it, it felt like my cells were singing. And I went, oh boy, this is going to be fun. And then I really didn't feel anything. For months, 2 months, 3 months, I was going to stop it. I figured, well, it works for him, it doesn't work for me. But then I had a blood test, and my cholesterol had come down 73 points. My triglycerides were perfect. There were 5 things, just like Maria was saying with hers. You know, there were 5 things in my blood that were perfect that never were before. So I knew it was working, and that's how I know now. This does work for everybody. It works from day one. It gets in, but your body is the miracle. The body uses it to do what it needs to do. So with my husband, it went right to reversing his liver and kidney failure. But with me, it went working in my cholesterol and triglycerides in my bloodstream. And so he could feel it, I couldn't. But it works for everybody from day one. And it will just keep working. I've been eating this 5 years now, and it's gone through every system, every organ. I mean, geez, 5 years ago, I was exhausted, depressed, and everything hurt. And by about the 5th month, my arthritis was gone. And hi Ken, hi Sue, and hi Karen. And it had happened so gradually, because this is working from the cellular level out. So I got better and better and didn't even notice it until one day the phone rang, and I was still in bed, and I jumped out of bed, ran to the phone, and went, oh my God, I just jumped out of bed and ran to the phone. Those of you with arthritis will recognize that's something that is hard to do when you hurt and feel like an old woman. But everything has changed. Everything has changed. I'm not afraid to get old. I'm not getting old and decrepit. I'm aging gracefully, and I feel good. I mean, how important is that? And, like Rin said, she's on a very low fixed budget, but she does whatever it takes to make sure she has this in her body, because what's more important than taking care of yourself and feeling good? And the other thing I really love about what goes on in this group is people share so much with each other and care about each other and confide in each other and pray for each other. I mean, and taking the time to share your story in this group. How many of you who aren't eating this have watched testimonial after testimonial after testimonial going, this sounds really good, but haven't pulled the switch or haven't picked up the phone? Because the only way you can get this, I mean, you can buy it off my website, carespurplericeproducts.com, but my specials I can't put on there. It's a company that built me the website, so when I do a special and it's only, for a few weeks, they won't put it on there. So you have to call me to get the specials. But I love how everybody shares their stories, and I really would encourage you. When Teresa shared her story today about being lifted out of grief and having no more panic attacks and, having her arthritis go, and, so many things go away. That actually, and Teresa, if you're out there, I mean, I know you are, I don't know if you're on here live. I had a woman by the name of Tracy call me just a little bit ago because she read your story. It's so important to share your story. So many people have started because they heard of Charles' story. He just had a birthday in April. He's 78. And his blood sugar's okay. His kidneys and liver are okay. He's doing really well. So, do any of you have questions? Because I'm looking at the time, and I've just got a couple more questions here, but post them now if you want me to answer them. And let me go on. So, I started this and I never came back to it. How many pills come in a bottle? 150. That's equal to 30 servings of the purple rice. So, but the powder gets in faster and easier. Capsules are great to carry with you if you're traveling, but I usually just open up 5 of them, 5 equals 1 teaspoon of powder, and put them in the bottle of water that I carry. So that makes it easy, but 150 capsules in a bottle. Let's see what else here. And you know, Beth was saying the same thing. In response to that, how many do you need to take a day? So 5 capsules times 3 teaspoons would be 15. And that's another reason why a lot of people like the powder better, because it's just easier to get in. Marianne was asking, what about skin inflammation? And one of the things that happens when you start eating the rice, your body's going to start kicking out old metabolic wastes and toxins and things. And so if you've got skin inflammation or irritation, that could very well be your body trying to get toxins out of your body the quickest way it knows how, and that's through the skin. And she wanted to know, can you make a paste of this and put it on the skin? Absolutely. You can do it on any kind of eczema or psoriasis, or I even put, Charles had diabetic ulcers on his leg, and I made a paste out of the purple rice and put it on that ulcer, and we just sat with his feet up watching a movie, and when I took that off, I was really surprised because the redness was gone. And then it started to heal up, and I had been really worried because it was not healing. So yeah, you can use it on your skin. It's great. It gets in immediately, and you can make a facial out of it too. Mix it with water, make just a little paste, and put it all over your face and let it dry. It dries hard, so it's one of those where if you try to smile, it kind of cracks. So don't smile. Let it soak in, and then take it off with a warm, moist washcloth, and you'll be surprised how your skin glows. It's a little bit of an exfoliant, but at the same time, these nutrients will take themselves right into the cells, so it will fuel the mitochondria, so it gives it more energy, but it also fuels the what is it? That makes your skin supple and moist, and I'm not thinking of the right term, but you know what I'm talking about. So it's great for that. It's great for the hair. It's great for, you name it, everything you can think of. So let me just tell you what's actually in it. If you, well, polysaccharide sugars. Polysaccharide sugars are absolutely what was created to fuel the mitochondria, to give energy to your cells. This is pure polysaccharide sugars like you don't get in the foods that you're eating now, and you don't get from cookies and even fruit. You're getting polysaccharide sugars in fruit, but they're very big. So it goes in, fuels the cells. You're getting polysaccharide sugars and polypeptides, which is like everything else, including every single amino acid. And amino acids are the building blocks for protein and healthy cells. And then you're getting loads and loads of anthocyanins, and those are the high frequency purple, see, look, purple, antioxidants. And antioxidants repair damage, but most antioxidants don't ever get into the cells. They scavenge free radicals in your bloodstream or your lymph. But these, being the size of a micron, can get right into your cells and repair damage. And I've asked several doctors who work with this, do they think that it even repairs damage in the DNA? And every one of them had said they totally believe so. This company's never going to spend the millions of dollars to prove that, or the millions of dollars to test to see whether it truly anti-ages and causes the telomeres on the end of the DNA to lengthen, but I'm convinced. I mean, look at you. If you've been eating this, you're anti-aging. You've seen me, if you've been following me for a while, you've watched me anti-age. It's lengthening the telomeres. It's the best food you can put in your body. And my special this month for June is buy 6 bottles. That's a 2-month supply, and the price goes down to $39 a bottle. And along with that, I will send you a free box of pain patches. They look like this, that are energy medicine, that are embedded with over 200 different frequencies of natural things like MSM and here, I actually have a little list because someone was asking me that. And olive leaf and arnica and turmeric and curcumin and vitamin D and CoQ10. So just the frequencies of these natural substances. And you put them on, and within 15 minutes, the pain's gone. So those are the gift that comes with my really good special. You can always order buy 2 at $65 each and get the 3rd one free, or 3 at $56 each and get the 4th one free. But now, this month, you can buy 6 bottles and they're $39 each. Or you can buy $9 and or 9 bottles and it goes down to $38 each. And with either of those, I'll send the pain patches. So those are my specials for this month, and I hope to talk with you. Share this with your friends. You know, if you share this information with your friends and they call me and place an order, I'll send you a free bottle the same day that they order. And a lot of people are getting so many bottles they don't even have to order their own because they're just telling all their friends, and they're, you know, you eat this long enough, you're a walking example. People can tell you look better, you feel better, you glow because your body is anti-aging and doing what it's supposed to do, giving you the energy so you can do your work in this world. You know, so many people sit at home just trying to take care of themselves, but we're put here for a reason, and that reason is to do good and to help people. And I feel like, you know, here in my 70s, my work is to share this so that other people can feel better, look better, and get on with their work too. So anyway, blessings for your health. Call me if you've got questions or post them in the group, but I'm happy to talk with you at any time. Eat your rice, drink a lot of water. Oh, and if you're brand new to this, take your picture because I didn't, and I was really sorry. Take your picture now, no smiling, because that kind of lifts everything up. And then take it again after a month or 2 or 3. And you will see your anti-aging actually taking place. So glad you joined me today. If I didn't answer your questions and you still, just now thinking of them, post them. I'll come back in because this video will stay up. So, you can share it with a friend. Anyway, blessings for your health. Call me, 727-798-8764. Talk to you next time. Bye.